If you look at England's white ball team, they're lacking another up there with the best. I've been staggered that they've not played, and for England to win the Champions Trophy. Okay, let's go. I think England are lacking. You only have to look at their record in 50 over cricket over the course of the last few years, particularly, you go back to the last World Cup in India, and since then they've just not found any kind of form. They're lacking another spinner to match Adil Rashid, who's up there with the best in this era in the white ball game, and I think that's going to be a big play for England throughout the whole of this Champions Trophy. How they get someone bowling with pace off to the ability somewhere near Adil Rashid. I've been staggered that they've not played Rehan Ahmed in India just to give him 2 or 3 games, just to see whether he can be that foil for Adil Rashid. If you look at England's white ball team since 2015, so 15 to 19 when they won the 50 over World Cup, if you look at the amount of hundreds the England team got compared to what they've done in the last 2 or 3 years, that's really where England are losing a lot of games of cricket. I don't think they've got the skill sets with the bowling department quite as it should be. I think they're lacking a left arm bowler. I think they're lacking a left arm spinner. I think they're lacking a few pace bowlers with really clever slow balls. But if you get big scores, the bowling attack should be fine. And I think it's that lack of a 100 scoring ability that this white ball team seems to have missed. And they certainly had it. They were churning out 100 for fun just a few years ago. And for England to win the Champions Trophy, you mentioned Buttler and Root, but Duckett, Salt at the top of the order. They bat when the pitch is pretty much at its best, at its finest. They can't keep getting to 50s and 60s at the easiest time to bat and then getting out. They have to find a way of getting 3 figures. If they do that, they can be a very, very competitive team. I just think England have lacked that cricket smartness. I think that's where they've been lacking in the white ball arena for a short while now. I don't think they're quite getting selection right. Not having a second world-class spinner, I think is really hurting England. They're pretty much bowling rockets pace on in subcontinent conditions. I'm not too sure whether that's the right form of attack, but I'll be very interested to see how they play out in the Champions Trophy, because the jungle drums, as we call it here in the UK, are starting to beat quite loudly about the white ball team, because the last World Cup in India, they were very, very poor. In the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean, they made the semi-finals, but they were nowhere near the level of what we've become accustomed to here in England with the white ball team, and obviously losing quite heavily in India leading into the Champions Trophy. The key player for England across 50 overs is Joe Root. Joe Root's got to be that glue, that one player that the rest can kind of bat around, and if he can get 200-300s within the space of a few weeks in Pakistan, Dubai, England will be very, very competitive. There's more than one weakness at the minute with the England white ball team, but they're still a dangerous team when they get it right, and when you've got the likes of Buttler, Jofra Archer and co, you've got world-class performers which aren't collectively playing as a team at the minute, but don't rule them out. They've got some talented individuals that can produce some magic, which might, just on the night, on the day, turn up and produce some good stuff to get England over the line. So I don't have them anywhere near the favourites for this tournament, but I wouldn't want to be playing against them if you get to the semi-finals.